And we're back into America's Dota 2 action. This time it's going to be Pool A. I'm Waxen, joined by Black, and we are ready to jump straight into the group stages of this Pool Black. After yesterday, I'm going to run you down through some of the results that happened, of course. In Group A, we have Colombia, Ecuador, Costa Rica, and Panama in this exact order, with Colombia and Ecuador coming out with one victory. Costa Rica and Panama, of course, a loss each. And then, of course, in Group B, United States and Venezuela, surprisingly, on the victorious side, with Guatemala and Mexico on the receiving end of a victory. But, of course, up next, we are going to have this Group A matchup between the two top teams of the group, Colombia versus Ecuador, which, Black, means who wins this one guaranteed a spot in the qualifying matches tomorrow.
Yeah, not a very big one. Because obviously this group win doesn't guarantee you a spot like it did in the other group. But as you said, up to the qualifying matches, then you win one BO3 there, and you're through. So still going to be very important to net a victory here. Ecuador, probably the big favorite. Yeah, it looked insane yesterday. You know.
I mean, there's a player I do recognize from Colombia, and it's Jesus, unless that is a very common name, and I, of course, misread that with a different player. But let's take a quick look at the rosters themselves, as we have, first and foremost, Ecuador on your screens right now, and it's gonna be Dynamo, Reason, ZPP, Sebas, and Slade, with the bottom two players are the ones that, have made a complete impression on both me and you yesterday.
Yeah, the heavy hitters of the squad. Seemingly, all the other players on the server were a little bit off the league. Kind of felt like they were just having, a good time, especially Sebas on his Ember Spirit. I mean, I say him and his Ember Spirit. Every Ember Spirit has done that. So.
True.
But in the first game, his Pangolier, now that was truly impressive. Like the way he engaged and played around the enemy team. Yeah. Very good player, 100%.
It's a great start for them. I mean, what else can we say about them? They are a team that might have flown under the radar, right, for a lot of these players, for a lot of the other teams. But I told you about them. I knew they had what it takes. The only question I have right now, it's a question mark for me. It's Jesus and his Colombian squad, as we're going to get their roster on the screen just in a moment. Jesus is a very high-skilled player that has played a lot of South American Dota to great success over the last half year or so, playing in different squads, both from Akatsuki, getting a top 3 placement with them in part of the PL, alongside some great players. Most recently, he's actually been seen alongside a different lineup, which is a bit of a more confusing one, Changdok's EVC, but they've won a Tier 4 tournament, which of course you couldn't read too much into it, but the fact that he's constantly in these rosters that achieve good results in Tier 3, Tier 4 Dota is a good sign of his experience, potentially way higher than the rest of 4 players in his team.
Yeah, he'll definitely have to be the vocal point of the team. Probably also is, I hope at least, the in-game captain, the drafter, because they'll definitely need a big advantage coming out of the drafting stage if they want to beat Ecuador. I don't think they can beat them in an even or disadvantaged playing field.
Yeah.
A little bit too difficult.
And the thing is, he's a position 3, right? Earlier yesterday when we were talking about Slade, we were like, well, he's a support. How much of an impact can he have? And in the end, we did see he had a hell of an impact. So our doubts were quickly put to rest. But if you're playing position 3, there's so many times in the last couple of months, like you've been telling me about how important this role has become in recent years.
Yeah, nowadays it really feels more... Have you played in the meta where it was offlane versus 3? Or was that before your time?
What do you mean?
Like, you literally just send the offlane 1 versus 3?
Yeah, of course, Black. I'm not that young. Yeah, of course, yeah. And
okay,
I'll be honest, although that was very sacrificial, I still think that was a great time in Dota.
I think so too. Like, there was so much roaming and stuff happening, but
yeah.
Basically, when you compare to that time, now they feel more like the actual +1, especially in the early game, because the heroes are really strong. Like, offlane heroes in general have pretty ridiculous starting stats, and it's almost impossible for the offlane to lose nowadays. Like, carries always get pressured a ton. Yatoro himself is complaining a lot about the current meta, that carries are just being shafted, which is very true, unfortunately. Offlane heroes right now and +4 heroes are a little bit strong. So yeah, definitely from an offlane position you can carry games.
Yeah, and it happens every so often. Like we get someone completely taking over the game when they shouldn't, or at least it feels like they shouldn't. So we'll have to wait and see how much can Isus pull off in this game to represent his home country, or if he's just gonna get completely shut down by the bombastic, explosive counterpart that he's facing today, as the draft is already underway, Black, and we see the Phoenix, Templar Assassin, Brew, and Monkey already being taken out.
10 seconds remaining.
Templar Assassin. Already the bans are completely different from what we've seen in the first series. Let's see what Ecuador wants to do, and see what Colombia has planned for them as well. As I said, they need a pretty severe drafting advantage if they want to do anything against them.
Seconds remaining.
Tiny band out. Okay. I mean, both of us, we think the hero is kind of in the trenches right now, and his win rate doesn't look good at all either. But it might be more of a thing. Oh, everybody's comfortable playing Tiny in the meta for so long, so why face it?
Yeah, I mean, he got nerfed, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's bad, right?
Or does.
Instead of S+, he's probably just like a solid A nowadays.
Yeah. That's true. Probably it's going to revert back to being a support Tiny. I suspect the days of Tiny 4 are gone, at least for a couple of matches now.
Yeah, until 3 grab and gives an additional 30 damage again.
Oh, Snapfire. Okay. Good opener.
Yeah, and Sladen played it yesterday to great success.
Yeah,
basically had like top 4 net worth or something.
Turned into a machine, didn't he?
He did.
10 seconds remaining.
And now it's going to force Colombia to actually take a few moments to think about how they want to treat this. Because they had to fly this yesterday, right? So you're like, oh, well, how do we avoid going through what their opponents did?
What do you think of the guild of 3 of the Ecuador players?
What is their guild?
Dire team back.
What I can't see it. For some reason my Dota stuck.
I can't see it.
No.
I'll
see it when I reset my game in just a moment. Now you made me really curious. Sanking here as an opener. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Sanking is a good hero.
10 seconds.
We just haven't really seen that yet.
Yeah, it hasn't been proven to us on stream, but we know it is a good hero, right?
Yeah, surely.
Surely someone's gonna win with it at one point this tournament or these qualifiers, 2024, please, guys.
But there's also always a bias, right? Where it's usually the weaker teams picking it, so of course the chances of it winning aren't that high.
I mean, you say the weaker teams, but
what? Ecuador is really good.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm trying to make a case, right? Our job is to make it seem balanced.
Well, yeah, but sometimes, facts. We'll see, though. I would love to see a close game. Maybe somebody to test Ecuador. It just seems very unlikely after yesterday.
10 seconds remaining.
I do see
Colombia is also 1-0 right now, right?
Yeah, they're both undefeated. I also, just speaking about the guilds, Colombia's guild is Chad's Black. I thought you would have preferred that one to the Ecuador one.
Yeah, but it's not as funny.
Yeah, but you are a self-proclaimed Chad. You gotta back the boys up,
No.
right?
I'm a Giga Chad.
I apologize for insulting you, my friend.
Yeah, there is a small but important.
But significant difference, yes. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Disruptor instantly countered by the Rubik. I don't like this.
5
I think
seconds remaining.
if you
It's
wanted
an early
Disruptor,
pick.
you should have banned the Rubik instead of the Jakiro. That's what I think about this. But Disruptor Sanking is a good combo.
It is. I mean, I think Disruptor in general is just a very strong hero, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think the hero is never really bad. I think Disruptor is never bad. You can always get away with it. You now know that you have no cash problems anymore, and you can focus on other aspects of the game. It's usually a lot nicer if you can pick Disruptor later, but I guess they don't want to show too many cores early on. So
I like playing Disruptor versus Snapfire. It's not the way you usually will use Glimpse, but Snap most likely is going to move before she uses the Kisses, so you instantly glimpse her, so that's a guaranteed cancel. That is one great way of dealing with Snap, of course. And, Disruptor can set up quite well for the Sanking. He can provide a vision with the Thunderstrike Shard. He can even go for the Glimpse and then Burrow Strike right away. You blow out the opponent. The squishy targets so far for Ecuador are definitely there. Both Rubik and Snapfire can die quite easily versus Snapfire for Disruptor Sanking, but they're not squishy any longer.
Swenstan's ready. Yeah. Well, we've seen it here today already. We have to see if it's a support or not. Snapfire middle obviously is also very viable. Could be Sven carry, could be Snapfire middle, could be Sven support. Very open draft. I like it a lot.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we have to wait and see.
I'm very sad. We don't.
Me too, friend.
We haven't gotten the chance to see any Snapfire mid in this qualifier. Well, in any of the qualifiers, I don't think anybody ran it mid in Europe either.
Yeah, it seems to have lost a little bit of favor for the mid lane, which I'm not entirely sure why. I don't think much changed, did it?
I think the teams in Tier 2, Tier 3 Dota just are not big fans of it, honestly. I think that's basically the sole reason.
Yeah, fair enough. And we basically came to the conclusion that all of them have the preferred playstyles in heroes, and it might not really fit into that playstyle.
Radiant team pick. Dark
Troll. No, that's an answer to Sven. And Bad Rider. Okay. What are your thoughts on that one?
I think Bad Rider, especially core, is
10
very
seconds
unexplored.
remaining.
Like, we had a game where Weha played it,
5
and he had this
seconds
arsonist
remaining.
talent, and he just killed buildings so fast. I want to see more of that. That was a carry Bad Rider even. But then again, Weha is a Bad Rider specialist, so maybe not everybody can make that work. Now they have a couple of things to answer though. Like, how do they want to deal with this Bad Rider?
One of
I
the
think
answers
Oracle
I've
is amazing here.
seen a lot is the Grimstroke that just rushes the shard and then you use the Inkswell to instant dispel.
Yeah,
Venge-
that's the cookie cutter. Go Oracle.
Vengeful is a classic counter.
Oracle. Oracle.
I like the Oracle a lot, especially versus the Troll. You just throw the Fate's Edict when he's battle tranced and he just runs at you but doesn't right click you. So that's I like it.
Wow. Back to the Dawnbreaker again. They ran it yesterday as well. Well, it's still open whether Snapfire is a middle support. Same with Sven. They don't have the last pick though, so they will have to show the entire hand. What mid laner would I like to see if it's not a Snapfire? Storm is a bit tough against Disruptor, but otherwise looks very
10
good.
seconds remaining.
It's also not the hardest.
5
No.
seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Yeah, I think I like Storm.
I don't like this Dawnbreaker. They played it yesterday as well, right?
Yeah,
That doesn't mean I like it.
It did pretty well yesterday, though. And he went for auras.
I know. It's just, and it's good versus Bat Rider, right? That's the plan. You get lassoed instant Solar Guardian from across the map. That is the way it's being played.
It's even better once you get your axe with all the evasion against the troll, potentially. If that's what you want to do. I mean, Sven already is pretty good against troll as well.
5 seconds.
What are we hoping here? Support Sven? Or carry?
Supports Vents, a snap mid, and then get a different carry. That's
Wait,
what
they're
I
still
hope.
banning offlaners. Were they thinking Bad Rider carry and mid sanking? No, it's troll carry, mid sanking. So what they're
Bad
thinking?
support. Bad support. They're thinking bad support.
Yeah.
And they are banning both Bango and Invoker because they're not sure if Sanking can be flexed to mid or offlane, right? But I think they're thinking Bat Rider, Pangolier and Invoker mid, so they assume Sanking will be going position 3.
Radiant team pick.
Wow!
Ooh.
We're seeing more and more Earth Spirit, support, core, and everything in between. And now Earth Spirit's quite a good way of dealing with Bat Rider. Bat goes for the lasso, you're just rolling into him, and you stun him. That's kind of the thought process behind it. I believe also if you have a great roll timing, you can dispel glimpse, if I'm not wrong. But I think it's a very finicky type of usage.
Yeah, I think it gives you invulnerability now, right?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure it works. I'm not an Earth Spirit spammer, so I don't know the technicalities of that.
Well,
But
30
why
seconds.
Earth Spirit? Yeah, it's a good timber game. That is a very good timber game.
I think
It's a
I
mid
actually
Rubik.
wait. Huh?
Damn.
But it's not the best mid Rubik game, is it?
Doesn't matter. Get Dagon, get kills.
I mean,
Let's
I've been
go.
saying I'm sad we haven't seen lots of Snapfire mid. We haven't seen, well, we've only had one Rubik game mid, and that was GH Mind Control in the European qualifier. So I'm happy with this as well. Sebas, if there's someone that can make it work in the American qualifier, it's probably going to be him. I'm very excited to see how this one unfolds. Black predictions after seeing this draft.
Ecuador. I trust in Sebas Rubik. I don't know what level he is on it. Alright, ask me again once we load into the game.
Oh yeah, that's cheating, bro. You can't do that.
Why? I need to know how good they are on a hero. Come on, you gotta at least give me that.
Fine.
What do you think, though? I
I like this draft. I like this Colombia draft. I really like the draft. It's just I find it very hard to go against Sebas. You know, I'm not the biggest Dawnbreaker fan, and then we get a position 4 Earth Spirit that could maybe get shut down. That means we have a. Is that going to be a 5 Snapfire? That's quite greedy, right? Reason on the 5 Snap. I like Colombia. I'm gonna not think about the player matchups, and draft-wise, I think Colombia came on top of this one.
I agree. That draft is really good, really well rounded. But Sebas, what is that? Is it a diamond? What level onwards do you have this? 12 plus, right? No, it's after gold.
No, I think it's before gold.
Oh, it's before gold?
I think so.
There's
I think
silver.
Snap is a high. I think Snap is a higher level than the Rubik.
Okay, yeah. Did he see that award? Well, Rubik has so much HP actually. Good strength gain too. Almost 4 int gain. Damn, what a hero.
30 seconds to battle.
Rubik is a menace, and Sebas has been a menace so far. Has racked up a single death in this tournament.
Yeah, but we're expecting a lot more on a Rubik at least, right?
Well, you would think so.
Yeah, Rubik is so squishy and they have so many good heroes to get on top of him. As we said, draft-wise, definitely Radiant, but does that matter when you have the power of a Sebas?
Maybe it doesn't.
Yeah, or maybe it does. We have to wait and see. Do you believe in this Rubik?
Yeah, of course I do believe in Rubik. He's the Grand Magus. It's just not the best game for him, though.
So do you believe in him if it's not the best game?
Yeah. I think Rubik Mid could be something that should be picked slightly more often than it is currently.
Okay, well, let's see what it does. How well it does.
Oh wow! Wait a minute. Camu went for the buff to the disruptor. The kinetic fence recently got an increase in range, in length, I guess, not range.
Oh, that's a thunder field, whatever it's called.
It's a kinetic field, Black.
Yeah, but the other one's called thunderstorm or something.
It's a kinetic field or a kinetic fence. It's a field or a fence.
No, the other facet.
It doesn't matter what the name.
see,
It doesn't matter what the
thunderstorm.
name of. It doesn't matter what the name of the facet is, bro. It's the matter of the spell. That's what I mean. I'm talking about the third ability.
Yeah, I know, but everybody usually took the other one.
Look how massive this wall is. I told you, I thought this was kind of good even before the buff that it received yesterday. Now, it's probably gonna be quite hard for the dire heroes to play against this. And you know, Slade is one of these heroes that wants to use Rolling Boulder a lot. I don't believe your invulnerability goes through the wall, and the wall is basically instant. It casts way faster than the kinetic field.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be able to roll through it. But again, not an Earth spammer. Maybe you can.
I'm a bit of an Earth Spirit player myself. I don't play it. I'm not a spammer, but I play quite a fair bit of Earth Spirit. I think I have like 2 games. No, I'm joking. I'm familiar with the hero. I don't think you can do that.
Well, I know you can't get out of the round one. I don't know if the attributes are different.
Yeah, but with the round one, because it takes a while to cast, that's like, I mean, you could roll out of it if you cast it before it like forms, right? Whereas the wall is basically instant. It's not instant, but it feels like it's instant.
And TP out. Bye bye. Wow, that ant courier is a bit creepy.
Where is it?
Bot lane running back to base.
Where Radiant or Dire?
Dire.
Oh. Spider, right? Isn't it? Anyway, first blood being collected up top for Isus, the more experienced player on Colombia. But he's quite happy with that one.
Yeah, definitely not how you want this game to go for the Dire. Timbersaw is the last pick, and he's the hero that's gonna cause a lot of problems for them, potentially anyway.
Let's take a look at this mid lane. We got a Rubik Sanking matchup, which is not something you often see, let's be honest, Black. Rubik Sanking, you don't expect much... well, we expect much action, but we don't expect to see it every so often. So, quite interesting to see how much the Fade Bolt punishes the Sanking, as I constantly see his HP bar under half.
Yeah. It's a great ability. He didn't skill lift yet, so there's still potential for that to happen.
I don't think you get a point in telekinesis until level 9, actually. Maybe you could go like less greedy and get one at level 5. But more often than not, if you play Rubik mid, you just don't get one. Oh wow, he's got him level 4. Okay. That's kind of strange for Rubik mid.
Yeah, not very common, that's for sure. Well, we'll see. Maybe he knows better than us. Should be 1-1 rune split as always in the mid lane. Oh, so you can roll through it. He just did. Oh, he's getting both water runes? What did the Sand King do?
I mean, there's nothing for the Sand King to do here. If you get out from under your tower, you're just gonna get destroyed. No, this actually is impossible for Sand King to play. I think he needs level 5, which he's gotten now. He just needs to go jungle. Needs to go jungle, get some extra pieces of mobility, and then go for a gank. As we're speaking about utility and mobility, this is a solo kill from Aldana's Bat Rider onto Dynamo Spend.
Not what you would expect to happen. Troll is also getting quite low. Dawnbreaker having a very good lane down here, surprisingly. I thought there was going to be a bit more pressure on him against double range.
Well, not going for the Thunder Strike, like you mentioned, is considerable less harassment. Oh, Mapu dying on the Troll. Okay. Well, you just said you wanted to see more more pressure. It actually happened from their side instead. But now Aldana with the TP down bottom, 4 sticky napalm charges, and with the kill onto the Dawnbreaker, now played. Wait, did you see that? He rolled through the wall.
Yeah, I told you that works already. Like, he just did it a minute ago. I didn't know it does.
Was it because the disruptor was close to the wall and he like kind of, you know, connected already and hopped through it? Anyway, it's gonna be interesting to study as the game progresses. Aldana gets caught in the river by Slade, and yet again, it's the Slade and Sebas show, Black.
Slade and Sebas, yeah, I mean, they're good friends too, probably. That makes sense, they're making lots of plays happen together.
What does Rubik have stolen here? Let's see.
Sandstorm.
Glimpse back. Kinetic fence. Epicenter. Oh, telekinesis. It's pitch perfect. And now the kinetic fence is stolen. This Rubik doesn't care. And you know, we were discussing about being able to steal facets. Look at the Sandstorm just following him after he's no longer using it.
Yeah, it's I don't know why Rubik can steal all the facets. And the axe shards. And the axe scepters. Please don't hesitate to correct me if I forgot anything that he can also steal. Oh, if he steals the Whirling Death, that's a lot of damage coming from Rubik.
He can steal your girl, and he's stealing the life of Isus. Look at the double kinetic fence right there, Isus. There's nowhere for him to go other than the graveyard, and they're trying to turn around, but it's only going to be a kill on Reason, as it's a 2-for-1, including the offlaner dying.
The supports are really high level. Look at Bad Rider. Almost level 6 already. Same as Sladen. Making some nice stacks. Hello, Neo.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I hate it when it keeps begging for food.
Solar Guardian comes in, and it's connecting onto the Sand King. Can he get out of there? The Bad Rider goes back to safety, but 4 of their dire heroes will kill Arbolito's SK.
Yeah, Rubik is pretty fat. Very farmed. Kinetic fence again. Oh, look at them camping on the high ground. Trying to set a little bit of a trap here, perhaps.
Nice. It's going to be another big kill onto Aldana, and now Isus is trying to actually get something in exchange, but look at the V from Victory. Coming in, kinetic field stolen. Isus does a lot of damage. He needs some help. Someone TP and help your Timbersaw, for goodness sake. Where is everybody? Isus is gonna fall, but he was doing such a good job by himself in a 1v4.
Looks like an OTP is available. Actually, Disruptor had a TP. He could have helped.
Under attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He definitely should have helped him there. Very, very curious decision. And the second didn't pick up the tier 1 token.
Why was nobody there, man? I don't know. And of course, the Ironwood tree, the neutral item that has been re-added to the game, would be an S tier item for this Timber Saw, but Slade sets up for another kill onto Aldana, and despite how good he started on this bat right now, dying back to back to back, he's gonna lose a lot of the advantage that he first had.
Yeah, already up to 4k lead again. Well, trickle down to 3k, but they're doing everything right once more. Even though he had a nice first blood, the Timber Saw's net worth really dropped a lot. How's ZPP looking? Going for the Greaves just like yesterday. Dagon should already be done. Yep, it's flying out right now.
Dire are scanning.
So it's going to be a lot of damage. Chakram stolen too, one of the best spells to see on Rubik, of course.
They're so underfarmed though. So underfarmed.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh, going through. Shouldn't be able to catch up. Or actually have a haste. Never mind.
Structures are fortified.
Trying to go for ZPP, and they're gonna connect to the Burrow Strike, and now the lasso is here, but where is the damage? It's not there, and the turnaround, or it's there, they're trying to get on top of the troll, and the Dagon from the Rubik with the Fateful, he just blows out Mapu, half HP gone in a matter of seconds, and now Arbolito claimed by the Chakram of Sebas, who now has gotten another double kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
5-0 again. Doesn't look like you can kill this guy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's pretty nutty.
Mike? What's next? What can you do if you're on the side of Colombia?
I mean, you have to play around your Timber Saw for sure. He's the big damage you have right now. But once again, when you see Sand King, he can't do anything until he has Blink. So I guess you just farm until you have that. Because until then, you're just dead weight.
I don't even know they can do anything even then. Like, Sebas is so big, but is he gonna get the Blink Dagger as Arbolito? Nice sidestep and kinetic field to create more separation. Even the Static Storm gets thrown on the ground to allow the SK to get out of there safely.
At least he managed to steal a stack, but yeah, Rubik's hitting the tower, got an amplified damage rune. Curious to see what item he goes next for. Just upgrade a Dagon or Blink perhaps.
Rolling in, the glimpse is gonna be there. There's nothing else for them to get on top of Camus.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Hey, you guys doing some great work. Forget about it.
Yule's Scepter queued up on Rubik, okay. Doesn't have that much against Disruptor, of course. But a pretty good overall item, I'd say.
Oh, lasso. This might be a good kill, but the Solar Guardian counter is coming in right away, flying in like Thor, landing on top of Slade, who's fearless, just rolling boulder ahead, puts an observer on the sentry on the high ground, and now Isus is spotted below half HP. CPP, not a way of catching this pesky Timber Saw.
Well, the advantages are growing and growing, and they're not really initiating any movement that could bring them back into the game. Obviously, if you keep playing like this, you're just gonna lose down the line, but still, Sankin doesn't have his Blink yet. He can't do anything until he has it. 300 gold away. Farm some more stacks, farm some more neutral creeps. They also gonna use the static storm offensively, which they haven't had the chance to do yet.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Minute 14, Wisdom Rune has yet to be collected by Ecuador, but they don't want to go back for it to waste time on that side of the map. Slade was trying to steal the Radiant one, but it was collected already. Now the tier 1 top will fall uncontested. And looking at the net worth, it's incredible. 8.5k for the Sven already, 8k for Sebas's Rubik. It's a one-way show from Ecuador.
Which unfortunately is something that we have expected. They're just very good. Very, very good. Easily a contender for the top 1 spot.
Well, definitely going to get the first slot in the group stage if they continue with this performance right there here. And then if you're on the group B and you're looking at how Ecuador's playing, you're praying you're not the ones to be facing them in the qualifying game tomorrow, because there's something else. Look at Slade, not even going to get caught by the last one. He actually cancels the TP himself to get on top of this Bad Rider. This is incredible. He's rolling in, Arcane Rune on Sebastian to damage, Borrow Strike, Stolen Fade while getting the kill. Kisses coming in, Solar Guardian as well, flying in to heal Slade for a little bit. He's still alive, another Borrow Strike, Fade Ball combo, and Sebas gets a double kill. 5-0-7 for the Earth Spirit, 7-0-1 for the Rubik.
Doesn't life feel good when you're making things look that easy?
Speaking of making things look easy, that was the most farmed tank hero actually for Colombia that just melted.
Yeah, not that tanky after all, huh?
16-4,
And
minute
I keep
16,
going.
and oh, good static storm now, trying to create separation. Lasso coming in, Reason is alone in between 4 players, and the Guardian Greaves will only buy himself a little bit more time. And now ZPP might have actually overstayed his welcome coming in to help his supports, but oh my god, Sebas is here and you are afraid of him. Godlike Spree getting another kill, and the Battle Trance Troll falls, rolling Boulder in. It's a full 4 kills going for Ecuador, only losing the snap at the beginning of that skirmish.
They caught, like they gave them so much time. Right, it took them so long to kill a Snapfire. Then the Greaves came, then they tried to kill a Dawnbreaker, who was actually super tanky with the items she went for. They're just too underfarmed, they have no damage. Like Troll has a Maelstrom, that's it. Sanking finally picked up his Blink Dagger, but that's no real damage. Timbersaw is really the only damage they have, and he might be getting caught again here. And he's dead. Steal it with the day again. Oh,
can't do anything here. The kinetic fence is coming in a bit late from the Disruptor. I don't even know what to say, Black. This is impressive and entertaining to see the Rubik just being so fun.
Yeah, he's playing it really well.
Yeah.
Wow, minus 50% mana cost on stolen spells is also kind of ridiculous. And Rubik is just so good.
ZPP has a Solar Guardian he could use to go out. He's actually going to try and turn around the teamfight. Sebastian's here with a 3-man Burrow Strike, and the Solar Guardian coming in right now for the self-heal and the damage. No Battle Trance, the Hammer's coming in. Mischance is actually not going to be enough to kill the Battle Trance, and ZPP does get netted and killed with the Kisses flying in. Mapu cannot get anything else in exchange. That is a massive high ground Static Storm Kinetic Fence, but they're rolling through the fence. They're going for more. Camus gets pulled back by Sebas. And what's he gonna steal again? He's definitely gonna steal the kill. That's what he's been doing all game long. And now he's 12-0-6 as Colombia most certainly wins game number 1.
It's hard to really see a comeback avenue here for sure. Again, I feel teams are just overplaying. When it's time to go, it's time to go. I don't know if the saying exists in Romanian.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta go, and
yeah, well, let things go, man. Like, seriously, in my own personal experience, the longer you stay in these kind of games, you know, the more problems it causes for you. Like, not necessarily mentally, but Like you start doubting yourself more and more. Do we even have a chance? All that, you know. Not in the base, just go next.
Stolen glimpse.
Yup.
This Timber Saw is trying to Timber Chain out, but that's an instant telekinesis to cancel it, and the difference of skill is impressive here. Another glimpse, it's going to be a bar strike epicenter, but the glimpse actually saved the support there. Finally, they're going to get the kill. ZPP, they're not even getting him. The God Strength is here. Disruptor just melts. The Sanking falls in the afterlife as Arbolito has nothing to say versus the BKB Sven.
Yeah, if you thought Sebas is a problem, you're right. But there's also Sven who has been farming the entire time. Using how top of the network easily. And we said Dawnbreaker building all the tank items. Incredibly hard to kill her.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
What do you even do now? Well, Axe picked up on Rubik already. Damn, he's farmed.
You don't do anything, my friend.
Sebas is... I don't feel like he has a console open and he types in gold 500 every now and then, you know?
I like the Rubik set as well. It's quite nice. The dice is. Jesus is farming in the opponent dire triangle black. That's what it's come to. He's trying to finish a pipe.
It's a good decision, at least. It's usually the safest spot. Oh, glimpsing a disruptor back to death, man. He deserves it, though.
What did he do to you? Oh, only because he's a disruptor, I see. Okay.
Yeah, because he glimpsed me, too. He deserves it, too. Roche bottom. God Strength is available. It's
What's the
not the
win rate
fastest Roche.
probability like? What's the win rate probability? Let's see.
Or just like 90%.
Oh, wow. I thought it should be 100, but it's not yet 100. It's only 98% in favor of Ecuador. I suspect that after this Roshan, it's going to be 99.
Yeah, I guess it would only be 100% if it was statistically impossible, right? Which it never is. Theoretically,
Yeah,
at least.
you do have a Bat Rider, right? You can lasso someone into fountain.
Yeah, or they could like lose internet. There's so many different ways of winning. That saying 0% is pretty harsh.
So are you endorsing DDoSing black? Clip it and post it on Reddit.
Dude, I've gotten DDoS so much.
Oh, have
My
you?
career.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's horrible. Losing matches because of DDoSing. Woo. That's, ladies and gentlemen, is why you gotta protect yourself, especially as a pro gamer.
Let me tell you, I don't even know if it's a fun fact. It's a cool fact. My hometown from Romania.
Oh, Rubik, wait!
This might be the
fine.
second death Sebas has all tournament long. No, it's not.
Not even close.
They're glimpsing the Dawnbreaker back at least, but that's gonna allow Sebas to steal glimpse again. And that's, oh my god, the take on telekinesis right-click damage are so much. We thought Sebas might get a second one with a death column in this tournament, but it doesn't seem to be the case, at least not in this game number one.
Can we talk about...
Yeah.
What? Why does he have 15 base armor on Rubik?
Because he's a great core care player, I don't know.
He did just have 15 armor. And, of course, because of his init, he just has over 50% magic. And not an anti-mage. Why is everybody an anti-mage nowadays?
Valid question, what can I say?
53% magic reduction on a squishy backliner.
Oh my god, they're getting the Timber Saw again.
Good night, yo.
Zeus just dies in a 1v5. Look at the Bat Rider, he's just farming in the Mighty Mines up in the dire to the side of the map. There's no way for you to stop this tier 3 push. Dynamo with the God Strength kills the buildings very, very swiftly, I would say. I had a question. What was I saying? I forgot what I was talking about. It doesn't matter. It's the second Dawnbreaker victory, and I'm actually quite sad to see this hero be successful, but I will point this out. I think ZPP has had way more impact on the hero today than yesterday.
Yeah, he's also had a much better game. And I don't know if you knew, but he's like a top 100 player.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's actually the highest MMR in the entire team.
Is he higher MMR than some of the Greek guys that qualified in Europe?
No, I don't think so. Like American MMR, like American region MMR, 360 is probably what, like 800 Europe, something like that.
Probably even lower, actually.
The thing is, or the surprising thing is that Sebas is only ranked 360.
has fallen.
I mean, I assume Rubik mid doesn't necessarily always win you games, right?
Yeah, we all know MMR is just a number in the face.
Okay, well, this they're trying. They should be defending. The sanking isn't there, and the battle trends doesn't get up. Hello. Do this on purpose because the stuttering. That's the best way I could describe what's been happening in this game. Oh, lasso, buyback, static storm. Epic Center has to deal some damage. They have yet to kill anybody. They're all just dying, but Sebas is getting lower and lower. Can you kill the Rubik? The Solar Guardian is coming in. It's gonna land on top of this van, and now that troll is 1v4, kills the Aegis. GG gets cold. 25 minutes, Ecuador make easy work of Colombia in game number 1.
Unfortunately, as expected, it was really fun though to see Rubik do a lot of work. And again, Ecuador is just too good. There isn't really a whole lot to talk about. Like, the draft wasn't even that good. The players are just, you know, that much better. Team play, very solid. What can you possibly criticize them on in this game? Oh, they died 6 times? Well, yeah, get good, guys.
Maybe. They didn't play Try Hard Heroes?
Who did not?
I mean, they played a Rubik, bro. Rubik mid, come on. It's not a try-hard hero, is it?
Yeah, but he didn't even die. You know? And, of course, Sladin also didn't die.
Didn't he? No, he did. He had one death, didn't he?
No. 0.
Oh, wow. We're gonna get, as soon as we take a look at this recap, we're gonna get a scoreboard on our screens for our viewers to see the impressive stats.
Well, it's hard to call this highlights, right? It's more like slaughter once more.
It's an Ecuador showreel.
Yeah. Yeah, there isn't really much to show for if you're a Colombia fan here, unfortunately. But don't be discouraged. Ecuador is just really, really good.
Yeah.
You know, the question now is between them and America. Probably they're both gonna qualify because they're gonna be on opposite sides of the bracket. But if they had to play, who do you think would win? I think that would actually be the hypest match. We're probably not gonna get it because again they're probably both first in the group.
It will most likely be the seeding match, which is the best of 1. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I told you yesterday that I think Ecuador is
Alright, so you think they would beat them?
I mean, they're playing even better than what I thought. Oh, yeah. Although I haven't seen them at USA play yet. Have you seen USA yesterday? Yeah, we had.
Yeah, we have.
We played Guatemala.
Yeah, they mega stomped them. 20-minute games both. Just like this, though.
I would probably still keep my reservations. Guatemala is a team that doesn't really have any pedigree when it comes to their players. Or at least Colombia, like I said, Jesus is quite a successful player in the South American region for Tier 2, Tier 3 teams. So at least they have one good player on their side that we are kind of aware of in the pro scene. But look at the stats here, Black. 21k damage dealt by the Rubik.
Yeah, in just 25 minutes too. So
15
obviously,
10.
yeah, and that amount of time you can't really deal too much damage, but well, they got 70 damage more done to towers than yesterday's team against Ecuador. So
That's a great stat. I like that. That's funny. Also, Slade with a 23 assists. My God, this third spirit was everywhere indeed. Mm, I, I've, I don't know what to say. I mean, Colombia had a really solid draft. It's just they couldn't get it going. And I'm at this point where we've seen so much Sanking lose off lane, mid lane, and everywhere in between. Maybe
Yeah.
teams should just avoid playing Sanking.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with it, to be honest. Why is it so underwhelming every time we see it? Literally, we have seen it on stream like 5 or 6 times. Every time it looks like this. But I know it's a good hero. You know? I wanna see Sebas Sanking. And then we can judge.
Sebas Sanking, that would be a hell of a matchup. I think that is his last game actually for today. Their next series will be, I want to say tomorrow, right? Should be. But again, Ecuador is basically qualified with 2 victories in a 3 teams groups. There is like a 1% chance of tiebreaker, but I think right now, based on the other results off stream, that wouldn't be happening. So that's kind of where we find ourselves right now, ladies and gentlemen. And we will be sending it to a swift break before we come back with the second map. Because of course this hasn't been finished yet, right? We keep talking like Ecuador has already qualified out of the groups, but Colombia could bring this one back in game number 2. And we have returned with the second map between Ecuador and Colombia. In Colombia's attempt to upset the monstrous Ecuador. And Black, let's play a little game. We're gonna go a game called Over or Under, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you some situations, and you're gonna have to tell me over and under the number that I'm telling you, okay? You'll understand. It's quite a simple game, okay? So, first and foremost, over and under 2 deaths for Sebas in the next map.
Under.
Over and under 15 kills for Sebas next game.
Under.
Under 15, okay? Over or under 1 death for Slade.
Over.
Ah, I see. Okay, over and under 25 or over and under 25 minutes before Ecuador wins this.
Over.
Over. Okay, I like that. So you think this is going to be a slightly closer game than game 1?
Not necessarily closer, but I think they might just hold out a bit longer. You know, because obviously if you lose this game, the series is over. Like in the first game of a series, you're always more inclined to leave it a bit earlier. Like if they wanted to defend last game, you know, they probably still had maybe 5-6 minutes of gameplay. Yeah, but of course they know there's no point. But if you're in the situation where you're out, or not out, but like the series is over, maybe you'll hang on a little bit longer, try to find some avenues back into the game.
Okay.
We'll see. Maybe I'll get all 4 right, you know?
Final one.
Mm-hmm.
Over and under chances of Colombia winning this game.
5
10%.
seconds remaining.
Under.
Oh, Black is an Ecuador believer. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. He is all in pretty much on this 2-0 victory as the draft is underway, and a pretty similar bans to game 1. Only change, I think it's 0. Oh, the clock. The clock wasn't banned in game 1 either.
That sounds about right. But yeah, I think I'll give him... I don't want to give him a boring number, so I'm going to give him a 2.1% chance of winning.
Radiant's team pick.
Are they going to win with arguably the most nerfed hero in the game?
I'm going to do some research right now. Okay,
Let him
go to
cook,
patch
ladies and gentlemen.
notes. I'm patch noting it up. I'm going to tell you if they have a chance to win or not. Okay?
We're counting how many nerfs Tiny got.
Alright. Over, under 4 nerfs.
Over.
Okay, let's see. Where is the T?
I'm pretty sure it's over. I'm pretty sure he got like 3 nerfs. That's where, like, nerf.
Team ban.
Tiny. Toss.
Name?
Radiant's team pick.
Radius decreased. Bonus
Yeah.
damage decreased. Damage no longer pierces magic resistance granted by debuff immunity. I didn't even know it did that. That was not supposed to happen. That sounds like a game bug, right?
Well,
Like Toss wasn't supposed to damage magic resistance enemies. Grow. Toss bonus damage reduced. So it's basically just Toss got nerfed.
yes, but how many? I want to know if I won black. Come
Oh.
on, get it.
Okay,
What if- isn't
so
it-
1, 2, 3, 4,
It's more
5.
than 4.
5.
Got
Yeah.
it. Called it, ladies and
Yeah.
gents. And Ecuador's gonna stick to their guns. They're gonna open up that player, and this time you're gonna get the Undying. I think it's a bit early for an Undying, but I guess the Undying is forcing the opponents to reveal a bit more than you first, so that's why we see it picked in this order. I don't hate it, I'll be honest. It's not the worst we could have done. But Hoodwink, still on the table, but will be on the dire side for Colombia this time around.
Woodwing, yeah. I mean, we know that how strong the hero can be. I'm a bit surprised with the Undying pick. I mean, it makes perfect sense against the Tiny, of course. Like, Tiny support can't play against Undying, and Tiny Core is also not very happy against Undying.
Doesn't
So
have fun at all, does he?
yeah, so that pick actually makes a lot of sense, no matter what position the Tiny ends up being in.
I'm wondering. Oh, Elder Titan. Oh, we haven't spoken about ET at all. I think he was played yesterday in the first game between Brazil and Argentina, but then the teams have stayed away from him. I'm not quite sure what the status is like in this current patch with the most recent update. Can you check that for us, Black?
Elder Titan?
Yeah.
You mean in terms of win rate?
No, in terms of what updates.
Oh, updates, of course. I got you covered.
Please do. Thank you very much, Mr. Dominic Reitmar.
Here we are. Movement speed as attack speed decreased by 5% from his facet that everybody takes.
Okay.
Now this one is interesting. Allied creeps and buildings affected by glyph or Roshan's banner deal 100% bonus damage. That sounds kind of useless, to be honest. Like, terribly useless. That's his new innate ability. It actually sounds terrible.
That's a very situational situational use there. Like
Yeah,
it's like,
and even then, 100% bonus damage from a melee creep. Oh no, please don't hit me for 10 damage instead of 5. Oh, sorry. Astral Spirit. Basically just back to the old version because it wasn't in it and now it's not anymore. So, not really that many changes.
Okay, so the hero could still be turned into a menace. And
Yeah.
who knows, if we get to an ultra late game with mega creeps and banners, that's when the damage might come in from him, right?
Surely. Now, I'm trying to read up on a couple of heroes that I didn't get through yesterday. Warlock, and not really. Void Spirit.
While we do that, Ecuador has actually picked the combo wombo again, and they've got
Ooh.
Invoker Mars plus the Kisses of Snapfire. I love this draft from Ecuador. I'm impressed, and it's gonna be a Sebas Invoker most likely. That's a new one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the Sankin that we wanted to see, but Invoker, of course, very flashy, should fit his playstyle very well.
Yeah, probably equally fun as we had as much fun as we had with the Invoker. Sorry, with the Rubik in game number 1.
Wow.
What? Yes. What?
Visage. Have you seen your Visage facet?
Yeah. I don't like it. I mean, it's good, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, Colombia's been completely shocked by this approach to the game from Ecuador, and now they're gonna try to answer with this Sven.
I don't like that.
The green team
No?
is
Why
banning
not?
someone now.
Nah, I just Invoker kites went so well. They have Tornado, Cold Snap, Deafening Blast, Ice Wall. It's just you hate
Shard
playing
on the
against
EMP.
Invoker
Radiant
when
team
you
banned.
heroes like Sven hate Invoker so much.
Maybe support Sven off lane. I mean, they've got a lot of potential supports here. every single one on their side could play support, I
Bandit is
guess.
banning someone now.
Yeah. I mean, it could work potentially, but I don't know. I just don't. I'm not feeling it.
It might just be more of a comfort pick. You're like, oh yeah, we're one game down. We might as well play something that we are familiar with and we enjoy playing. It could be one of the things that they're thinking of right now,
5
because like
seconds
game one,
remaining.
it was a good draft, but nothing went in their favor. So right now they're maybe sacrificing the quality of the draft for something that they feel like they have more experience with, right?
Mm. Sometimes though, comfort, can be a death sentence as well. Because it actually really doesn't look that good for Sven. Like Tombstone is annoying, Mars is kind of annoying. So many repositioning spells.
Pick.
It can always work. Sven is a very strong hero still, obviously. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
And of course, we talked about this. Most of what it got nerfed from the Sven has been the
Radiant team pick.
support side of Sven, right? The War Cry armor one that we used to see quite a lot last patch. Of course, Sven could still be very viable. Now paired up with this Enigma, they said you want to go for combo wombo. Well, let's talk about this. Do you think the Enigma is a good counter here? Because there's so many ways of canceling Black Hole right now, and a lot of those tools are provided by the Invoker.
5 seconds
No
remaining.
BKB cancel though, so that's always scary.
If you can get to that point, yeah.
Yeah, if you can get to that point, of course. Honestly, if I'm Ecuador and I just want to win super seriously and hard, I just go Medusa here.
The Rubik's still in the pool, isn't it? Oh no, it's banned. Okay, it was banned out. I didn't see that.
Yeah. I will have
Black-
to see what kind of carry he wants. But
Well done.
Alchemist
That,
again.
let's
I was
just
gonna
go
say
to
Alchemist,
now,
but
jeez.
the reason that's why I didn't say it is because Sven is already there, who is innately a very strong hero against Alchemist.
Yeah.
But, I mean, an Electricity Alchemist is pretty scary. He's gonna attack like some anime character.
Like a turret. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw that in the previous series, right? That Alchemist was incredible when it just came to even killing the Roshan, right? It was melting the big boy in a matter of seconds. So, Black, looking at the draft right now, what is your final prediction for this series? Are you gonna? I mean, you're not gonna predict anything else. We know we're all both backing Ecuador here.
Well, 2.1% chance that I'll say Colombia. Let's see what it is. I'm gonna roll I'm gonna go to an RNG calculator.
An RNG,
Wait.
okay.
Random number between... So if it's 51 or 5, Colombia's gonna win, okay?
I'm listening, yeah. Is it?
It is 10. So they lost.
Okay. That's... You heard it
Okay,
here, guys.
give me your numbers. Or what's the percentage that you give them?
See, I really like their draft. I also really like their draft in game one. That's the thing. It's just we saw them outmatched and outplayed by the player differential in game one. So I'm gonna say 20%. They got 20% chance to win this.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, then you gotta give me a number package. 1 to 20, 21 to 40, you gotta give me 20 numbers.
Between what and what?
100, 1 and 100.
16 to 30.
16 to?
30.
Okay.
Only the best analysis here, ladies and gentlemen, for
Wait,
the American
I'm
region.
generating right now.
My man is using ChatGPT to generate the
84.
results. 84. Oh, wow. Well, Black, I've got some bad news, and for our viewers at home, if you are a Colombian fan, Sebas is an Invoker Grandmaster.
Well, isn't that unsurprising?
Yeah,
I feel like most
do.
mid laners nowadays are Invoker something master. And he has the cool hair, he has the Super Saiyan hair.
And let's see if he's gonna go all Goku on this side as we get a bit of a split screen action. This is very zoomed in for the Radiant. But they're wrapping around, and they are potentially gonna find someone as the Dire Heroes are playing on the low ground. Invoker, though, not the best level 1 hero to fight with. Mapu, gonna break the smoke. It's actually Aldana as well, revealing ZPP.
30 seconds to battle.
Now. What's the best approach this game? You wanna definitely make sure your Enigma gets huge, because you need that Blink BKB at some point. They don't have a counter to it. But it's still scary. The Wombo combo with Invoker.
There is a counter black. There's going to be the Shard of the Undying to save one of the targets in the black hole.
Oh, it's still that one? I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
I thought they changed that a while back, but I guess they did not.
No, I think it's still the same one. So Undying, it's an easy one to overlook. You think about the Rubiks and the silencers and all that, but Undying nowadays is very good versus black hole with Enigma.
It's gonna be big spirit return to the top lane for the Elder Titan.
This might not be the easiest lane actually for this Alchemist either. Going into you might only have an Undying by your side. What's Tommy doing? Hello? Just eating a lot of the little shredder damage for some reason.
Let's see if it's gonna be Quas or Exort Invoker. Or Vex, I mean, sorry.
I reckon when you're playing Alchemist Mars, you gotta go for the Exhort. Sunstrike on top of Unstable Concoction and Fear of Mars and pretty good setups for Exhort Invoker, right?
You would say, you would think so, but the sustain you get is also really important, so we'll have to see what he ends up doing. We also oftentimes see like a hybrid, right? You go Quas Vex first and then into Exhort.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's kind of what I feel would be ideal. But Arbolito on this Tiny, similar to last game, picking a melee hero into a range is not the easiest job for him, but Tiny is great at, killing creeps. You know what's also... Oh! There was a nice escape from Camus on this ET, eating a lot of damage from ZPP.
So far so good though. Sven is still farming quite nicely. The Alchemist so far. Who's the S?
I told you, Enigma is a very strong laner versus Alchemist, and despite the Undying being there, you can't do too much versus two range, great harassers. The Eidolons of Enigma plus the Acorn Shot of the Hoodwink, very annoying to play into. And look at it, they're even punishing the Undying here. One more right click should do the job from Aldana, but I think he will sacrifice himself to give away the first blood to Dynamo, getting completely slowed by the flesh columns of the Tombstone.
Wow, a situation that looked terrible for the Radiant turned into something really favorable to them. Yeah, well, it's the power of Undying, right? You can't kill him, the zombies keep slowing you, or 5 more zombies spawned, I'm dead.
Yeah, it's The Walking Dead, basically.
I never watched that show, unfortunately.
Never?
No.
You're not a TV show watcher anyway, are you? Are you more of an anime guy?
I mean, I do watch TV shows. The one I watched the most was probably Supernatural, if you know that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Has one of my favorite actors in there. Jensen Ackles.
Of course, you just told me about Soldier Boy last game, yeah, I remember.
Exactly, yeah. Now, I think Jensen Ackles, I don't know how much you watched him, but I feel he's very charismatic.
I've seen him in a few stuff. Obviously, mostly in The Boys. I think I've watched like brief Supernatural episodes when it was on TV younger, but I haven't watched it religiously. And that's the stuff he's been biggest in, right?
Yeah, I think Supernatural is probably his biggest. Okay, you're gonna DM me something. Okay, I'm gonna ask you there. We don't want to spoil the community, of course.
No, of course not. Of course.
But you did you watch the last season of the thing?
Yes. Yeah.
This is important to me, because if no, then I won't start watching the show.
I don't know how to answer to that question without spoiling you, Black. But Aldana does a great job on the Hoodwink as he did on the Bat Rider last game. It's going to get the kill on Reason, getting a bit of payback for that first blood. I can tell you that he... Wait, how far have you watched? What season have you watched up until that point, Black?
What's the season right now?
4?
I think I watched... Did I watch 3? Anyway, you can just give me that information, even if it's a spoiler, because that's the, you know, that's what will make me watch it. Or not watch it.
Okay, I'll think about how do I formulate this as this Mapu's
Oh,
Ven.
Enigma, you're dead! Oh wow, don't do...
I was just about to compliment how well the Enigma and Sven were doing, and both of them are getting harassed down to very low in the same time. That's very tragic.
And they're both dying at the same time.
My god.
Oh, he just walked up to the Enigma and stunned him. Like, some things should be illegal, and that's definitely one of those things.
I feel like this Elder Titan hasn't achieved what he wanted to achieve. Usually, like, once they just get up close and then just punch everybody like a boxer does in an Olympics ring these days. But no. No to both what this Elder Titan has done and to your message, Black.
Yeah, I know. Why are people like that, you know? Don't play with my heart like that.
No.
Tiny.
Yeah, I think you're safe. I think you're safe.
Okay,
but,
good. Then
yeah,
I'll actually start watching it.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably wait for the next season and then just binge both of them. As I don't know what this play from Dynamo and Reason is.
Hey, there's no zombies, guys, there's zombies. Wow. Okay, he almost died, like 2 HP. No panic, we're good.
That was very optimistic there, and I understand you want to punish the Enigma as much as you can before she hits like a great tempo. Gets Vlad's Blink, Greaves, and of course Black Hole. But I don't know, throwing your Alchemist like that under the tier 1 tower, would have been great to get the kills and then steal the Wisdom Rune. But now Isus is just free farming under the tower. The Wisdom will get collected. A bit of a rare mistake from the Ecuadorian safely.
Yeah, and that brings the Enigma closer to a vessel, which of course is the counter to Alchemist this game. For at least a little while. What neutral items you gonna get?
I'm quite happy with the way Arbolitos managed this lane. He's having a way more balanced and better time on the Tiny than he did on the Sanking. As, of course, Invoker is not the most oppressive dominator of lane, but now he TP's down bottom, and let's see if the Ghost Walk is going to enable him to get on top of Isus. He's wrapping around. Even the Mars is there. 4 players bottom. Isus is getting caught by the arena, and he will fall in a matter of seconds. Quite a massive rotation there to take out this Enigma.
And Tiny also came there, actually, so it was like a pre-rotation. And the Undying is too tanky, they won't be able to kill him for sure. And there's 4 units bottom to take the tower. I mean, I like it. Get some map control. Oh,
nice long-range bushwhack. Where's the series?
Yeah, well, I told you.
Over 3, you said.
No, you said you asked 1 for him.
No. That was for
The boss said 2.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I said Sebas over under 1, and I said Slade over under 3.
No. You said Slade in 1, Sebas 2. We got it on tape.
That let Black know that I'm right.
Alright, so Alchemist TP to the top lane. Was much easier to farm there. He's still gonna have a decent Radiance timing.
But Mapu is 75 last hits. Of course, some of them are neutral creeps, and he died once. But yeah, Sven is one of these heroes that can carry a team. That is obviously true, and it's always been true when it comes to Sven.
Yeah, especially in this matchup. Like, he generally always has a pretty good time against Alchemist, so then picking Alchemist into it. Actually, a little Enigma. I mean, he has a Black Hole.
Hey, where's the support? Why doesn't he have anybody nearby? He doesn't have mana for the black hole. He's just dying as Sebas is gonna throw a tornado and one more right click will get the job done. And yeah, the rotation is gonna be there and it's gonna be the Eidolons doing some chip damage, but Undying for Enigma is never a good trade unless this Bushwhack does connect. Aldana has the level 6. And look at the arena. The Mars just walks, catches to Echo Stomp just to potentially try and save Arbolito, but he gets caught in between 4 opponents, wants to get at least a kill onto Slade, but that's not gonna happen today, my friend. There's reason. It's a kill back. That team fight lasted a long time.
Undying even came back to throw out a decay. That's how long it lasted. Invoker is planning to go for an Orchid, seemingly. Okay, interesting. I don't really know what the Invoker build nowadays is, to be honest. There's a couple of different ones out there. Some people really love Agrams too. As I said, there's like a hybrid build going on. He hasn't skilled a single point into Exort yet.
Hmm.
Do you remember whenever one Invoker had like 22 seconds cooldown?
Yeah.
Yeah, horrible.
You needed to build Axe like minute 8 so you reduce your cooldown.
Yeah, it was absolutely horrible. This new Invoker is really nice to play with.
7-5 with 3k gold deficit. It's not that bad. It's just sad that Isus keeps on getting prioritized and he doesn't seem to be able to escape. And he's getting smoked up again. Let's see if they're going to find him under the triangle, or is it going to be Mapu to be the victim under the tier 1? You really got to protect your Sven. I think he must escape. There's a Radiant scan. Not going to find anyone. Oh, Isus is walking into it. Enigma is getting caught. And, I mean, he's dead again, basically. There's nothing else to say about this. Arena actually onto Mapu as well. That might be a massive one as the kisses are flying in. Spear of Mars to reposition him. There's nothing he can do after Tornado comes on 2. Camus tries to get a kill on Sebastian exchange, but the Ghost Walk and Bushwhack? Sharpshooter, can they kill Sebastian? Yes, they can! You might have lost 4, potentially 5 full team wipe, but you killed the unkillable mid lane player of...
But, yes, it wasn't good for them. However, he still doesn't have, there's no impact to his KDA. One death doesn't do anything. So stats are safe for now.
He does have 2 deaths in the whole tournament.
That is pretty disgraceful, honestly. I think he should get kicked right now.
I think so too. Just deport him, maybe? Is that what happens when you lose for your national team? I mean, that's what we do with the Romanian football players.
Alright, I mean, I guess a lot of Olympians will be deported.
What do you mean? Come on, Black. We got a few medals this year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if every country does that.
I know. It's a joke. It's not. My jokes are never good, Black. I thought you learned it. Well, no. I have like 1 in 6 jokes is
you
good.
have pretty good jokes.
Yeah, 1 in 6 jokes is quite good. I agree. 1 in 6. What's that percentage-wise? Like 8%?
1 out of 6?
Yeah.
That's like 16. Oh, Alchemist doesn't get his ult out. Oh, does he? Oh, he got it out.
The Black Hole Bushwhack's gonna be more than enough to get the kill. The Sharpshooter doesn't even come through as the Bushwhack damage is enough. The problem is the Mars Arena is there and Isus gets chained to the walls, and now look at the Tombstone on the high ground, the damage from the Live Shredder, but the separation of the Earth Splitter is enough, and now Arbolito can help forward. We want to get the kill to the Mars despite Aldana dying, but Mars is gonna be a massive trade. 2 cores have fallen. And yes, ET does get caught, but I think
nice angle on the wall.
Still good for Colombia, right?
Yeah, that Alchemist is really rich, so and so is the Mars. And Sven was farming, of course, in the meantime. So yeah, I'd say it's a decent win, especially if it is far behind. But Alchemist is still doing Alchemist things. You slowed him down a bit with 2 deaths. He's still farming incredibly fast though, and of course Sebas. Actually going Witchblade, not Orchid.
Yeah, I think that's the actual build.
Yeah,
I've seen Invoker build Parasmus as well. I mean, I had an Invoker in my team that built a Witchblade Mask of Madness, and it worked for some reason. It was massive grief, but it worked. So. Speaking of massive grief, what is Reason doing here? I know he did get tossed by Arbolito, but like he was still way too close. That is a toss, not a hook from the Pudge. But now they're gonna try to get something exchanged, and look at the Spear of Mars. They line them both under the kisses. ZPP showing his MMR, but now that's the perfect echo
can't
stop.
again.
Where is the follow-up though? There is no follow-up. They're all sent to the graveyard as Camus almost kills this Invoker, but right now he's trying to get close to Sebas to punch him once, but it's not gonna be enough as we have another 4-for-1 trade.
Oh, and of course the Ghost Walk hitting up super fast. Oh, he's finding the Sven. The Sven didn't see the Ghost Walk animation.
And the arena is off cooldown again. If Sebas can land a Tornado Cold Snap combo, it's gonna allow the Mars to get in range, and yes, it's too late. Connect, Tombstone, and Mapu. Balls.
For quite long, but they're like, Sebas, my god, take it.
And now he has an amplified damage rune, not like this.
Gonna fall over soon.
Dude, the heal of Cold Snap is actually pretty significant.
Dyer's top tower.
Like 50 HP per
Its top
pop.
is all nasty and brokey.
What do you think about the Spirit Vessel on the Enigma?
I thought,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
like, if anything, I mean, Vessel, of course, they wanted to pressure the Alchemist, but Alchemist was those heroes that it's very hard to pressure with these items. I think we should have prioritized Blink BKB personally and just build, you know, invest into the mid-late game.
Radiant are scanning.
But maybe he doesn't think they can get there?
Tower is under attack.
I'm not sure.
$9K gold deficit.
It could always be worse. Well, goodbye, Hoodwink. Oh, maybe not.
He be out. I think he's fine. Earth, nice. And double miss from the right clicks of the Scurry evasion. That's kind of cool. A little bit of a saving grace for the Colombians.
Wow, it's a big stack to steal though for the Alchemist.
Is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is
I mean, a
under
blink
attack.
on the Enigma will be pretty cool. And I guess unlike other games, you know, Black, we often talk when teams are getting dominated about the fact that there's no comeback potential for them. And I think I brought this up in the European region as well. And I said, pick an Enigma, pick a Darkseer, pick a Magnus, an Earthshaker, something. At least there will always be a slight chance of you hitting a massive outplay of your opponents and getting yourself back in the game. And this time, Colombia does have that. A Black Hole plus an Earth Splitter could be the turnaround point in this series.
That's the only way for them to win, right? On the back of a massive black hole. But yeah, he found a good item, at least. Philosopher's Stone is gonna give him a lot of gold. But is it gonna be enough? Is it gonna be in time?
Dire's bottom tower is under
Well, that's, yeah, I mean, that's the question, because the Blink will be good, but he needed the BKB as well, right? Can they hold for another, I don't know, 10 minutes for him to complete that as well? That is the big question. And he does have the new Philosopher's Stone, by the way.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Thoughts
You
on
like
the
the
new
new one
Philosopher's
better?
Stone?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
No, of course not. I'm a support. Of course not. I'm the one. The reason they nerf Philosopher's Stone is because of these cores like Timbersaw, right? That you just keep it on you forever. But as a support, it's great to have a Philly Stone. You keep it until minute 50, and you know that's kind of how you start scaling.
Yeah. What do you mean? I don't want supposed to scale even more. We had this conversation yesterday. Screw that. I don't want everyone to be core.
Well, I do.
Yeah. Well, then play core.
Yeah, but I don't want the last hit. That's boring.
Oh, sorry. So you want to have all the good things without doing any of it? Okay, I get
Of
it.
course, yeah, but I mean, that's 2024, bro. There's no meritocracy. Everybody just wants, you know, everybody's
That's true.
spoiled. Get on with the times, my friend.
Radiant's
I'm
top
sorry.
tower is under attack.
All the smoke around. This time, Hoodwink is surely not gonna escape. They're just letting him escape.
I don't think he's out. The Dynamo
No.
has a blink, and unstable concoction feels very stable there.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go!
They're TPing back. Sebas wants to find Isus in this bottom part of the map. Will he get on top of him right now? Nope.
Dire's middle
He gets
tower is
completed.
under attack.
And there's no success for the Invoker yet.
Alchemist farming away in the enemy jungle, 11k lead. It's not growing as fast as they would probably like on the Radiant team. Ooh, the Tiny's in trouble.
Nice usage there of the Avalanche. It's going to stop the blink attempt from the Mars, but still,
Oh,
the Black Hole is here, but it's
no.
way too early. The Spear of Mars wasn't even going for the Black Hole cancellation, but the damage, Dynamo just melts, and they have what it takes because the Sven is a god, and he has the strength of more than one. And they're going for more. Slade and Sebas want to turn around with reason by themselves. They're trying to paint down this Mapu Sven. He has no BKB, so he will fall as the Echo Swamp connects on the 3 players. But where is the follow-up? There's no more damage with the Sven out of the picture. And now the Tiny just dies to the right clicks. It's Slade, it's Sebas, it's Reason giving us a reason to believe in Ecuador again and again and again.
And you're dead.
That's a 2-star.
So they turned it around 3v5 basically. They got a little bit overconfident on the Dire, right? They killed the 2 cores, they're like, go, 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 go. But then Sebas and the rest of the team was waiting there. Perfect tombstone positioning as well. Yeah, who needs cores?
Middle tower, everyone,
When your supports are also cores. But you said you want that, so that's fine.
I mean, if the Sven wouldn't have died like twice or 3 times, I believe, in the mid-game, well, still in the mid-game, but about minute 12 to 16, I feel like Colombia would have had a higher chance of, you know, scaling up the league. I mean, he's still second in net worth, but Dynamo only fell once, and the rest of this team is also very, very farmed. That's the one thing that makes me feel like Colombia's on the back foot, because it's clearly they've played way better in the second game.
Definitely have a fighting chance this time around. Not like in the first game. Oh, maybe the 2% was slightly off.
Tormentor collected, and that's going to be a good one. The Aghanim Shard on the Elder Titan is great.
Where was the Sunstrike sniper on the Tormentor? I expect him off in the bus. Well, interesting. He's just going for full... He's not going full right click Invoker. He's going to hybrid. Right click, then Shivas, then BKB. Very interesting. Everyone's smoked up. They're looking for the Mars. They got him.
It's good kill. ZPP way farmed than a lot of the heroes, but oh my god, the tornado! You gotta sidestep that. Arbolito gets instantly traded. Still, when you're playing from behind, it's a good advantage for Colombia, but they would have loved to just get away scot-free without losing anybody there.
Yeah, the tornado was like inching forward. Really slowly. As you said, there was definitely a dodge there. It kind of looked like he's just like, ah, it won't hit me. Oh, it hit me.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Black Hole is at least off cooldown, right? That's why we don't see Ecuador stepping up to the plate and going on the high ground.
Dire's top
Yeah, once this BKB is ready, it's actually gonna get a little bit scary for the Radiant. Like one good Black Hole, we have seen that spell turn on so many games. So. There's definitely still a chance.
There is a chance. No, I think there's a higher chance. If you're a Colombian supporter in the chat right now, you got to give them all your strength to land what should be a very beautiful combo of Black Hole into ET Split Earth.
Yeah, at the same time, though, they do have...
Dire's middle tower.
I don't know if they have enough time. 600 gold? Not that fast. They might be knocking high ground soon.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
A final outer tier 2 gets plain black. Mars is about to have a BKB for the next team fight as well, so if you killed him previously, now it's going to be way harder. But the Hoodwink has a Maelstrom, so we saw how good the Hoodwink was last game for Ecuador. Now maybe Colombia can replicate some of that damage in the team fights. Was it Ecuador or was it Argentina? I think it was Argentina game.
Which one? What exactly are you talking about?
You know, we had
Ooh,
the Hoodwink. We had the Hoodwink with the Daedalus.
Oh, that was the series before this one.
Yeah, it was Argentina. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of sussy though. That's like what people in pub games do, you know? Like, my cards can't carry me. I'm gonna go glade me into Daedalus on a support.
Hashtag goats. Don't look at my last Dota buff games with Hoodwink. Oh man. Anyway, there's an arena on to the ground. Oh, it was a BKB out from this Sven. Oh, I mean that's good that he stayed alive, but that was 8 seconds down to 7 now, a minute and a half. No more BKB for him.
Oh, and BKB might also be forced here.
They're gonna avalanche toss Snapfire and kill her with the help of the Hoodwink. Will Gleipnir now, not just a Maelstrom. They're somehow doing it for now. I don't want to jinx it, because I know how these things go. So far, so good.
Far so good indeed. And Alchemist Ages also ran out without them really getting too much with it. Yeah, they got all the outer towers, but no critical damage has been done yet.
Yeah, as long as they're still on the server, man, they're still standing tier 3s between them and their opponents. That is big. That is very big. It's not. They're not playing one set of racks down. They are still very much in contention of at least holding for a while longer.
Bomb doesn't connect.
They're smoking up. They're about to find someone. They're going for the Godstring gets popped. And they're jumping forward. No, not yet. Isus is kind of dying to the radiance damage of the illusions. Augers. They're turning around. This might be a debate TP. And they're going for Reason. Reason is dead. Does not have the instant respawn time. But yes, he does. He's actually going to TP to the tier 1 in just a moment. But the tiny sacrificial lamb again. I feel like every time Arbolito finds a kill, he then loses as well.
Radiant are scanning.
Are they trying to go HG here? Maybe not.
Still Black Hole, still in a Split Earther. Or Split, what? What? Earth Splitter, that's the one. Split Earth is the Leshrek.
Split Hunter is what I heard. That should be the real name of it, to be honest.
Split Hunter?
Yeah. I don't know why my brain...
Is that what a bounty hunter does that split pushes? He's a split hunter?
They have to rework Bounty Hunter, now that you mention it.
Oh, I actually think it's broken. Have you seen him?
I have, yeah. But I just don't like the concept of the hero.
Would you like him to be more a core or more a support?
Well, first, to decide that, what would the remake or the rework make him do?
It would be like in a battle royale. He could place a bounty, like he could declare a bounty on the map that's available for 2.5 minutes. And if you kill that player, you steal one of his items.
Like a whole item.
Or maybe you don't steal it. Maybe you copy it in your inventory.
It's like 6k net worth though, potentially.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Isn't that what bounty hunters do? Like they collect things after they kill you, not just gold?
Well, usually they collect a trophy, right?
Yeah, but like if it's like for a proper bounty hunter, they collect your head, right?
Yeah, as a trophy,
Like
and then you get like...
Yeah, like back in the Wild West.
That's right. Yeah, so the heroes can't respawn anymore, that makes sense. That init will be called head removal. Imagine he had to like channel for 30 seconds to remove a hero out of the game completely.
What is this, 2017 Necrolite? Sorry, Necrophos, I don't want a lawsuit.
Dude, we actually won so many tournaments. Ooh.
Oh, okay, BKB
Very
gets
early
forced
BKB.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Enigma
that's
still
kinda
has
good.
her BKB. It's time to disengage, boys. But yeah, during that time, everybody picked Necro, and we played a bunch of Spectre. I had to build Bloodstone on Spectre. Ooh, initiation here.
They're going for it. It's only the Snapfire though, but Mapu, can you get on top of him? There's not a setup for him, and his BKB is running low as the Alchemist just killing in the backline. No more BKB on this Ven. He's melting to the Acid Spray and the Radiance damage and the kisses from Dynamo Sunstrike. Oh, at the very edge, Camus with the invulnerability from... he's not gonna do much. Toss onto Fountain. Are they gonna get the Alchemist in the Fountain? They need a stun. It's not there in time. Only onto the Illusions, and Dynamo gets out of there safely. But the buyback was committed from Sven.
Was a cute idea. Pretty much the only option they had at that point. Because now, obviously, they have way too many items. I think the Mars jumped her.
Okay. Do you hear what I'm hearing, or
What are you hearing?
voices?
Okay, I was going on with you.
Okay, that's it, guys. I'm not self-diagnosed schizophrenia.
Voices, guys.
Like Randy Orton back in his youth. You know, I hear voices in my head.
I hear voices in my head.
No. We already have a lawsuit because I called him Necrolite. Please. We don't want to get
sorry.
sued by WWE. I'm one of the people that thinks Necro should get back his ultimate, actually. I think that was broken, but it was cool. Sebas? A rare mistake from him, but where's the damage? They need to kill him. Sharpshooter fully charged, but he's still... Okay, blinking from the Mars and the Undying save from the Tombstone. That's what we predicted would happen, and it's coming through. The Earth Splitter is just too late. As the Avalanche Sunstrike defending blast, it's pitch perfect. It's gonna be a triple kill for the Invoker, and a double for Dynamo's Alchemist. Full team wipe for Colombia, who right now have nobody still alive to defend their base.
Yeah. We've come to the point again where Sebas is just a Giga Chat, what can you say? Of course his teammates helped him, you know, the G's called, of course. But yeah. Sebas is Sebas, and Ecuador is Ecuador. Expected results have happened. Game 2 was a lot more competitive though.
Absolutely. I think Colombia has a lot of things to be proud of in that game. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they managed to get second place in this group. The only question mark I have, and it's quite a big one, is if they manage to get second place back, potentially they will be facing United States. Can they survive the United States and upset them? That is going to be the big ask that they probably will have to, you know, face tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a tough question to answer, honestly. I think if they perform like in Game 2, they have a shot. But yeah, it's a tough question, you know. We'll see. We'll have to see. Time will tell. We don't even know if they're going to be the second spot or not yet. It's likely because Ecuador yesterday dismantled the other team even harder. So yeah, only time will tell with Colombia. But Ecuador is also not guaranteed first yet, I believe. They would have to win another map. Oh, they are?
No, they are.
100%
They are
confirmed?
good. Yeah, I think so. I think mathematically, there's no way in which they can lose because the other two teams that have a victory, they've already.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ecuador. Oh, you mean they could come second?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't. No. They're first. They're first no matter what. Even if Costa Rica wins and Ecuador loses, they've already defeated Costa Rica, and that's it.
Alright. Cool. So they're in first place, but of course we don't know who second place goes to yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, Colombia, I mean, they didn't make it competitive any stretch of the imagination, but it didn't look bad. It made them sweat for just a little bit, you know, a little tiny bit.
I think it's up to it. Really deeper. Like the Hero and a lot in the last years, but the government is doing something today. Heroes taking like exactly, I don't know, early CIC days, like an absolute great carry.
I mean, it's gotten quite a bit of buffs. I still don't know how good it is, to be honest. Like, Alchemist has always been, obviously, this hero where you snowball early and then you just win the game off that. But it feels like in the latest patches, even if it goes late game, you're not just a pushover anymore. With the Berserk Potion, your stun AoE is crazy good. Like, all the new items that you can get. It's a very decent hero, for sure.
Huge shout out to Aldana. I gotta say, he I think played a great Batrider game, great game on the Hoodwink. Definitely a player that I will remember from the Colombian squad, and again, hopefully to see him in one of the playoffs matches tomorrow. As overall, hey, 10 times more tower damage.
Way more tower damage. This time they actually, you know, got to hit a couple of towers. Not too many yet. We don't want to go too crazy, you know. But they're testing the waters a bit more. And next time they play, maybe they'll be able to cross the river even, you know.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Crossing the river, that's... It's a good joke, Black. It's a good joke, but sadly for them, that's gonna be another game that they will have to actually contest for if they want to qualify, and it's gonna be tomorrow. So Colombia could be looking at a very, very long day for themselves, have to play Costa Rica and then defeat them, and then potentially the United States in 2 best-of-3s back-to-back if they want to make it. So quite a long journey for them, but still the hopes of Riyadh are still very much alive.
Definitely. If they play like this, or maybe even a little bit better, hopefully they learned a little bit from the series about their draft, about their own playstyle, what really works for them and what doesn't, because playing against a strong team like this really makes you kind of research yourself a bit more, if that makes sense. Like, you know what you're good at, you know what you're not so good at, and it will definitely help playing against the other teams.
Well, I'm just kind of thinking about what is the plan now that you are on the side of Ecuador, Black. I wonder, okay, tomorrow, how much are you going to show? How much are you going to care about your final group stage game? Because obviously you don't want to get tired, right? Are you just coming in guns blazing, or are you coming in having a bit of fun and not getting too tired before your most important best-of-3?
I mean, if you're already guaranteed first, I don't think it's super important. But I mean, even if they don't play super seriously, I think the games will look just like that, you know? Because I think they're just that much better. But yeah, you just want to get first in the group, and after that, I don't want to disrespect anyone, of course, or downplay anyone, but I think if they don't play USA, they're pretty much guaranteed to qualify. And likewise with the USA as well. So if they're both first in the group, they should both qualify. Should.
Well,
We don't know for sure.
let's see if the prophesized will be completed, but that will obviously happen tomorrow right here on this IESF Dota 2 stream. As for us, we have one more best of 3 remaining for today, and it's gonna be in Pool A, Group B. And that game, if I'm not wrong, it's gonna be Guatemala versus Mexico. And Mexico and Guatemala, two teams fighting for surviving black. We will see which one of them will come on top of that best of three after a bit of a longer break. Sorry, it's Guatemala versus Venezuela. Oh, Guatemala. Oh. I was looking at the games for tomorrow. Guatemala versus Venezuela. Venezuela actually 1-0 right now. With a victory here, they will still be in contention for upsetting the United States for first place black. So I'm very keen to see how that one's going to unfold. But we will send it to about an hour-long break. And when we're back, it's going to be the final best of three of the day.